Oh wow, hi. I wanted this start to be perfect, but guess what? It's not. My phone just started recording this. The angle is not perfect. I'm not in my perfect shape. I've been fucking up with my regime for the last almost 2 months or 3 months. I've gained like 5 kilos of stress, distress, disease. Why do you care? Why do you need to hear this? Well, first of all, I'm coming out here pretty vulnerable. And I truly believe that when we see someone else doing the thing, being vulnerable, being honest, being raw, it cannot but inspire us to get to this closer connection with ourselves. And what I truly care about in this life is sharing what I'm giving, what I'm given in this lifetime, my gifts. And I've come a long path to not only admit that I'm gifted, but to open my heart so much so that I realize that this life of mine is not about me. It's about the legacy I'm living behind with my day-to-day actions, with the way I am, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. And to be honest with you, the hardest lesson or the hardest obstacle that I've once decided to overcome is to following the path of truth, the path of heart. And this path of honesty requires constant focus on where I'm going, who am I becoming, and what's most important, who I am really. Once I've heard this phrase, remember who you are, it meant nothing to me, to be honest. Um, like now I'm hearing all these voices in my head that say, "Oh my God, you've said to be honest a couple of times now. So your English sucks. You suck. You're a damn ass. Like you're a stupid ass. You know." And all of these voices, they exist in every single one of you. And one of my gifts is to be able to not only witness these voices and realize that they're not me, but also befriend them with one another. This sort of like constellation work or work with subpersonalities, or I want you to understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to show up as a better person as you are. I don't care about it. I care for delivering the message. And one of my messages right now is that these voices in your head, like if you've been into therapy or like any type of psychology or whatever, you know the inner child voice, parents, critic, like it all doesn't matter. You don't need to really label them. You need to be able to interact with them and to be in that place of an observer who can not only witness the voices, but to deliver love on your feeling side to all these parts. It's really hard to love yourself when you believe that you are this voice that is telling you, like, oh my God, you're not good enough. If you've been conditioned that way, if you've been feeling this way your whole life. And that was one of the biggest challenges of mine, as I started telling you this before, to be honest with myself. And this path of honesty is not settling for believing less for yourself. Um, I want to tell you so much. Um, right now, this week from 1st of August, like a little bit more than a week, we are given information that the huge stream of energy is all around us and the universe is literally like helping us to wake up, right, to who we are. I believe that, and when I believe something, I act upon it. So the question is, how can you believe in yourself all the time so that you can act upon your vision no matter what? And that was my main obstacle in life for the last 8 years, conscious years straight. And this realization that my life is not exactly mine, that my gifts are not mine, they're given me, they're given to me to deliver the message. And today I've stumbled upon this practical knowing, feeling so deeply that I am never gonna be enough for that vision that the higher intelligence, extraordinary, bigger energy, the divine has assigned me to. Because it's so much vaster, it's so much bigger than I am, that if I'm gonna think that I'm gonna tackle it, I'm gonna nail it, I'm gonna, as I did, encounter all the time this disappointment when you cannot match the standards that you've once thought were needed to accomplish that goal. Whatever dream you have, if you are a highly conscious person who feels responsible for the way you live your life, if you got ambitious goals, and you've elevated your awareness to that extent where you realize that this ambition is not about you, it's about the world, it's about the people, it's about the collective, and you are an integral part of realization, this divine plan, because everything is perfectly balanced in this world, then that's what I want to share with you from my experience. What's crucial to do, what's crucial to realize, and what's crucial to feel, and what's crucial for you to, essential to develop as a skill, is a skill of surrendering. Surrendering to this bigger goal, and that means letting go of control. What that means, practically speaking, when you think that everything in your life should be unfolded this way, because you see it this way, because you see the point B, that goal that you want to reach, and your mind thinks that, okay, that's the path. And you're walking through it, and then nothing works out. And if you're stubborn as I am, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna carry on no matter what. You don't sit down and surrender and connect with that vision, allowing it to guide you. You are trying to control things, proving from your ego side that I'm gonna nail it. No, you're not. You're never enough to fulfill that vision because it's not yours. Let me elaborate. I'm not like trying to take you down here or something like that. No. I'm trying to liberate you from this control thing that was kicking my ass. If you The only thing that you need to be is to be so damn courageous. And two things. Sorry, I just wanted to change the angle, but fuck it. You have to be so damn courageous and faithful to carry on pursuing this vision. And you cannot evaluate yourself by thinking whether you've done enough on this path or not. The only thing that you should keep in mind, whether you are true to yourself on that path, whether you are co-creating with the divine, whether you are doing everything you can to be exactly on this path and to be focused or not. Because your mind knows only the past. And nobody in the past achieved that ambition goal that you have because you are given it. So today in the morning when I've felt like fuck, I'm never gonna make it. Like not like that I'm never gonna make it. That I am as one unit is not enough to bring into fruition this vision. My ego fucking it was dying. It was really painful because I've identified myself with that ambition so much. I've given it value that was always supposed to be inside of me, not outside in that vision. And when I realized that, I could literally breathe out. And it felt so liberating that my value, my worth is not dependent on whether I'm going to achieve it or not. I am worthy just because I am a part of this I am consciousness of everything, of wholeness. And when I realize that I am nothing but a part of the whole, I don't need to control anymore. I don't need to prove anything to anyone because nobody exists. It's just a game of your mind. And when all of these patterns literally like crashed today in my psychic, thanks God I was laying in the bathroom with like 3 kilos of salt so that I could that my nervous system could relax to take this whole thing in. Now I feel emptied out, but in a good way. I feel like a very strong base of my psychic, of my personality that I'm consistently changing is falling apart. And I'm truly grateful that I'm able to withstand this kind of change. And I don't know how many of you are gonna watch it, but I can trust and have an intention for you to see it. And I trust in the divine, into the divine, because I've been on this path of co-creation with the divine for 8 years straight. And most of the time I was control freak. But the beauty of the process is that while you're having an ambitious goal, the goal doesn't really matter. What matters is who you are becoming on the path. Because life is the path. And when I truly let it sink in, and when I surrender to this realization, I'm like, okay, God, me, hire me, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's co-create. So I really wish for thousands of you, truly, Not millions, because I don't think that millions actually need this information. But I don't know. I don't want to narrow it down to a number. As many people on this planet, English speaking and not only, can say it, so let it be, because I'm transparent with my experience. I'm vulnerable. I'm sharing not a theory, but my experience, and that's pretty valuable. And I had to fix my ego and my personality to actually allow it to perceive herself as valuable. And it's important. If you are having an ambitious goal and if you think of yourself that you're not worthy and you're feeling this, you're not gonna do much. You're not gonna really go any further. So, this internal work of becoming worthy, not in theory, but in your brain circuitry, literally, in your feelings. That's the thing. And it's breathtaking to play with that, to be so courageous that you can believe that you can do everything in this life. And this is so true. You just have to do the work. Thank you.